how to navigate through this crazy 2022 California housing market. I've got a lot to talk about, and it's all coming up. Stay tuned. Hi, this is Warren Oberholser. Should you buy now and deal with bidding wars, or wait to see if there's more inventory at the end of the year? However, interest rates are forecast to be higher as the year goes on, and possibly home prices. I plan to work on this video over the holidays and release it on New Year's Day. However, I just didn't have time. From the end of December to the present, I've been getting buyers regularly reaching out to me about moving into my area. I'm located in Northern California's San Francisco region, and more specifically, the East Bay Tri-Valley area. I'm getting a mixture of relo clients from different states as well as first-time home buyers. So the main question I get asked is now the best time to purchase, or in the event the market does crash, should I wait? To put it more directly, here's a comment a viewer just posted on my latest video. So if you think prices are going to jump up again, is this BS? And why should buyers wait? Personally, with the recent rate hikes, I think the pricing jump starts now. And it sure is starting to feel like there will never be a crash, or a big enough crash to justify not just buying now. Hey, thank you so much for your post. I'm going to address everything you just discussed, from why do I think there's going to be a crash this year, when it is okay to overpay, especially now. I'm also going to discuss where you can find a deal while we're still in this aggressive seller's market. I'm going to start off with what I feel can crash the market this year. As I've discussed in previous videos, there are a few reasons that can cause a housing crash in California. They include buyers who have remote work opportunities to purchase in a cheaper area in California and or move to a different state. Poor buyer sentiment. Only 19% of California buyers feel this is a good time to purchase. And the last one, rising mortgage interest rates. For this year, 2022, I feel the main reason that will affect the housing market to crash will be the rising interest rates, especially if we hit 4% and beyond. Now, when I say crash, I don't mean foreclosures and short sales flooding the residential real estate market. I'm referring to buyers' offers drying up, creating more active inventory. Bidding wars now are far and few, and possibly prices are starting to lower. So let's discuss interest rates. As I've noted several times, the Fed has stated they plan to raise interest rates a minimum of 3 times this year, starting in the late spring. Before I get into this, Brian Labarre, a mortgage agent from Vintage Home Loans in Pleasanton, wanted me to clear up the relationship on how the Federal Reserve can affect mortgage interest rates. Investopedia has a great article on this. I'm going to start with the ripple effect. When the Federal Reserve makes it more expensive for banks to borrow by targeting a higher federal funds rate, the bank in turn passed the higher cost off to its customers. Interest rates on consumer borrowing, including mortgage rates, tend to go up. And as short-term interest rates go up, long-term interest rates typically also rise. Mortgage lenders set interest rates based on their expectation for future inflation and interest rates. So the Fed causes a ripple effect on mortgage rates. The bottom line, the Federal Reserve aims to maintain economical stability and impacts banks' lending rates. When the Fed wants to boost the economy, it typically becomes less expensive to take out a mortgage. And when the Fed wants to clamp down on the economy, it acts to drain money from the system, which means borrowers will most likely pay a higher interest rate on mortgages. Any specific questions on this, please reach out to Brian Labarre directly. His contact information is listed in the blog below. Bankrate states mortgage rate started a new year on an upswing, although they still remain historically low. The average rate on a fixed 30-year mortgage kicks off around 3.4%. This is the highest level since June of 2020. So how does this affect the real estate market? If you look at interest rates from 2018 to 2020, you can see in 2018, we're at 4.54%. Now, compare this to the volume of homes sold in California. We can go back to 2005 all the way to 2020. You will see the sold volume started dropping off right in 2018 and bottomed out the next year in 2019. I remember them because I had a listing just coming on the market, and I was explaining to my seller that we're probably at the height of the market. You know, I talk about that little crest, that pivot. And I said, it's possible we could be going down, because at that time, properties were sitting on the market. and there were some prices being lowered. So for this listing I had, which was in Pleasanton, what we did was we had some repairs done and we got just below where the last sold comp was, just to get as many people as we could excited on it. And we did generate 4 offers. Fortunately, 2 got aggressive, with, if you want to call it a bidding war, but it was just 2 people. And we're able to drive that number up. I think we went like $90K over the list price. So the point is we didn't know, okay? We didn't know because interest rates were going up and there were fewer buyers. Now I have 2 questions for you. 1, do you feel there's anything else that could have caused this aggressive seller's market? And 2, of the 3 main causes that I cited, which one do you feel had the greatest effect on the seller's market? Please post your comments down below. I'm now going to address when it's okay to overpay versus when you should not buy and just wait. If you find a property you're interested in, you want to write an offer, ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, the property you're interested in, does it meet all the requirements you've been searching for? In other words, is this your dream home? Or is it a property that's going to need repairs and possibly remodeling? Number 2, if the property does need repairs and or remodeling, what is your best guess or estimate on how much time and money it will cost to complete this job? And number 3, if you have found your dream home, this is the one you got to get, how much are you willing to overpay to get it? The reason this is so important is because it gives you a way to measure how much this house is worth to you. For example, if your dream house has an awesome backyard with an amazing pool, remodeled interior, including a gourmet kitchen, what would it cost to add these features to a like property that was in basic condition without any of these amenities? That number can help you validate how much extra you're willing to pay to get your dream home. To add to this, does the property have an intangible feature, such as a view, an oversized lot, or is it a custom-built home? Here's the last component to the equation. If you're financing, calculate the difference between the amount of what your monthly payment will be at the current interest rate to 3.75 and 4% interest. This may also help you decide how much more you're willing to pay. After you've done this a couple of times, you'll be amazed how fast you can work the numbers to decide how much you're willing to overpay for the house you want. Okay, I'm now going to address where you can still find a few deals in this aggressive seller's market. These deals are in new construction. Now, I've already posted a few videos on the challenges buyers are having with trying to purchase a new property. They seem to start with the builder's interest list, which is basically a lottery system, to having issues of when the builder will release a property. This is due to rising construction costs and shortages in labor and material. So to find a deal with new construction, you have to be diligent and flexible to constantly be checking with the builder to see if they have any properties that have fallen out of contract or a lot they just couldn't get into contract. Now, every home builder has their own rules and protocol on how they will sell property. What I found is not all lots and home models are popular with the public. The lot may be next to a busy road, the home size is a little too small, or the particular design is just not attractive to the average buyer. For this reason, if a home is not popular with the average buyer, and or if the property was in contract and the buyer changed their mind and now it's available, these can be great opportunities to take advantage of. Yes, it may not be your dream house, but it will be a brand new home. And if the builder has already broke ground on construction or just getting ready to, providing you use their in-house lender, you most likely can lock interest rates now. Case in point, I had a buyer who found me from one of my blogs. They wanted to purchase one of the new construction properties Toll Brothers was building in Pleasanton. The community is called Diamond Canyons. They're going to be beautiful homes. They started construction, but not even foundation. And there's only going to be 43 units. So the chance of getting one was quite slim, and they wanted to make sure that they could have this home by the end of this year. This buyer was able to take advantage of remote work from home. So we broadened our search going east, looking at all the new development. We started in Tracy and we ended up outside of Sacramento in a town called Lincoln. From this efforts, there was 3 properties my buyer could choose from. And from this 3, there was one property that really was the home they've been looking for. Now, here's one of the things that you need to understand. Because they were breaking ground on construction, in other words, where the lot was, they were getting ready to lay the foundation, my buyer was able to secure the loan or lock the interest rate. I think his interest rate is 2.875, under 3%. I mean, that's incredible. He's locked it in and he's good to go. So to make this work, you have to be willing to put in the effort, time, and be open to all types of properties and areas to live in. To wrap up everything, we need to watch the Fed to see how their actions will affect mortgage interest rates. And if interest rates do hit numbers like 4% this year, will this result in lowering buyer count and increasing active properties on the market? If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, post your questions or comments down below, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider doing so you don't miss anything. If you found this video interesting, you may want to watch these other two that are starting to pop up just about now. So stay tuned. I have more helpful videos like this coming soon. Please reach out to me for any of your real estate questions or needs, and I wish you all the best on your home journey.